Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
What's up and away, nerds? This is what are we? Man, I came up with a cool intro and I forgot the rest of the intro.
Oh, well, we are coming to you
Welcome to another
here.
episode of the Multiverse Report. Tonight we are recapping the new James Gunn film Superman, from the Daily Planet to Luthor Corps and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. With me as always, Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Well, I just got back from a pocket dimension, and I'm very confused right now.
Yeah. All right. So Steve and I both just saw Superman.
Yes.
Mere hours ago.
Yeah, minutes for me.
Less minutes for Steve.
So Mike had
really
the glory.
only 1 hour for me.
Right.
Really, yeah.
Mike had the glory of a half an hour earlier showtime than me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Basically, we're gonna get into it a little, and just want to let you folks know that we will give you a friendly neighborhood spoiler warning for when we decide to break into some actual, plot points and whatnot. But prior to that, we're going to give you a quick and dirty spoiler-free review.
Yeah, quick kind of non-detailed review reaction to the film. Now, Steve, you and I have not talked about it at all.
No.
We've both seen it. We decided we're going to do this. We have not said one word about it to each other. So
that's true. Actually,
who talks first? Do you talk first? Do I talk first?
You go for it, Poe.
Well, let me tell you, I'm drinking a beer right now. The name of that beer, 2 thumbs up. I thought it was great. I
think when it ended and post the first post-credit scene, I looked to the friends I was there with and said, was that a perfect movie? No. But was it a hell of a lot of fun? Yes.
Yeah. It was great.
It was not gonna it's not gonna win an Oscar for its plot and acting, but it is an absolute beauty of a comic book film. That I'm saying that mostly because it's a comic book film. But I thought all of the actors involved, especially Rachel Brosnahan and Nicholas Hoult, Corn Sweat aside, we'll talk about him later, but those two brought it.
I agree. I thought Nicholas Hoult was the best Lex Luthor that I've seen.
Yeah.
I think he's my easily my favorite Lex Luthor.
I did not expect that going in either.
Neither did I. Still non-spoilers. Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna say anything other than that. I thought everybody was good. I'm interested to hear your take on Corn Sweat. I thought everybody was good. And I felt like for being only 2 hours, a lot happened. They packed
there was zero
a lot
downtime
into that movie in a way that didn't feel overstuffed.
Right.
And just moved.
Yeah.
But still had time to give the right amount of character beats and insights and things like that. And it was it was really good. Like you said, it's not a perfect movie.
Right.
But maybe the best Superman movie. There's only
nostalgia notwithstanding. Yeah.
The only challenger is the first one for me.
Right.
The only one that would become close. And to me, this is a all-around, more all-encompassing portrayal of the character, I think.
It was, and it was also this was a comic book movie.
Yes, this movie did not shy away from the goofy and out there source material.
Yeah.
That is Superman and DC Comics in a way that, Marvel's gotten praise for embracing that for years now.
Right.
In a way, DC always, sometimes they would lean hard into it, and sometimes, they were the Zack Snyder stuff didn't really care about goofy, crazy.
Right.
It was trying to stay grounded and gritty as best it could. And this is a movie that's no, Superman's got robots in the Fortress of Solitude, and that's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. But
right.
Yeah, just like the weird science of it was great and unlike anything that I'd ever seen. I thought the visual effects were all outstanding. I don't
Yeah,
think I like
there
everything looked really, really good.
there may have been like one or two moments where there was a little uncanny valley in the CGI, but in general, it was like standout,
I didn't clock
especially
that.
with
What
all
I
the.
I might have clocked a green screen shot now and then where I could
Yeah,
tell
okay,
the
yeah,
person was
that
pasted
may
in.
be more accurate to what I was
Yeah,
thinking of, but
but
the overall it looked great. Like the
Crypto looked excellent.
yeah
That was really good.
yeah
He looked great. Though, like not one flaw I didn't think in the CGI around Crypto. Like that
there
looked as
one
best it could possibly look.
oh 100%. There was like one
Yeah.
scene where I noticed it, and other than that, everything else was
Yeah.
like spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I have nothing but praise for it. Like
Yeah.
the only thing was that there was no downtime. Like it was literally just paced from the moment,
Yeah.
and
That's
it
what
went from that to like the only drop was the comedy moments. Like that was your
right.
relief.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like there was
Right.
no okay, we're gonna take a breath here and have some exposition. It
Yeah.
was action, wisecrack, comedy moment, action.
Right. In a way that didn't feel rushed,
No,
didn't feel overstuffed. It just like really kept moving at a slick pace. And yeah, I said to my wife, I was like, that could have been longer.
yeah,
Like it easily could have been longer. And I feel like there's probably a longer, not that not that I want a director's cut because I don't want to, fall into old habits of
right.
the other half of the fan base there. But like, I feel like there's got to be a ton of stuff. There's got to be a ton of stuff on the cutting room floor. Like I
Oh,
feel
I'm
like
sure.
they cut this thing down to where it moved at a breakneck pace. It was just the right amount of mix of like thrust of the story
Yep.
and enough world building and character development within the story to not,
Yeah.
it satisfied both things. Yeah.
And it was definitely a James Gunn movie because I laughed, I
Yep.
cried, and
Yep.
I was like in awe of various action shots.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it
Same.
was purely actually at
Yep.
post movie, like I said, I was talking to a couple of my friends that were there and I brought up Guardians.
Yeah.
And this was a very Guardians 1-esque type movie.
Yep. Sure.
Like
Sure.
it very much felt like, all right, we're learning the cast of characters, we're learning how they're working together. We have our main protagonist,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get right into it, and then
Yeah.
weird and wacky shit's gonna happen.
I agree. And speaking of getting right into it, we should cut the non-spoiler section
Okay.
so we can
Yeah.
start actually talking about this before we go too long, before we just get lost in the
Right.
sea of
Before we
non-spoilers.
right.
So this is your friendly neighborhood spoiler alert. We're gonna start talking spoilers about Superman as if you haven't seen it, stop listening. But for those of you that have listened so far, thank you. And I think it's clear that the Multiverse Report endorses the movie Superman. Go see
Yes.
it. You should go see it and then come back and listen to the other half of this special podcast that we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
So that being said, here's your friendly neighborhood spoiler alert. And here we go. Talking spoilers. I guess we could have done a non-spoilery review of like the other cat, like Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific, but who cares? It's all going to be spoiled
Yeah.
now. Okay. Immediately for me, when like the DC logo came up and the music started, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, I started getting emotional. I was
Oh,
like, oh my god, oh my god.
I
oh my
had the like again, I'm not a DC guy. Literally
Right.
the only like I've read more Supergirl books than I have Superman.
God. Yeah.
And like as soon as I heard that fanfare, it was you know what it was? It was the same thing as A Long Time Ago in a Galaxy Far, Far Away.
Right. Yes.
And then the
exactly.
blank and then the horns. And it's like
Yes.
that was the
Exactly.
exact same feeling.
And it was similar in that way too, because immediately after that, you have to start reading,
Right.
which I did not expect
Yeah.
at all. And it's like, oh, this is like a world. I was like, oh, this is like Star Wars. They're like telling us the backstory
Right.
of the world that we're walking into, because we're not walking into our world.
Yeah.
That's what he means when James Gunn said in interviews, it's more like Star Wars than it's like Marvel. It's like, yeah,
Right.
because Marvel takes place in our real world. This does not. This takes place in a city called Metropolis that doesn't exist.
That just
So
so
they have to
happens to
give
look
us
a
the
ton like
history
New
of
York,
that
but
world. Yeah.
right. Yep.
I was like, whoa. And this is like, then it was more reading than I expected.
Right.
And I was like, and
And all
then
threes. It was just like,
in all threes.
oh,
Yeah. I
oh.
wonder if that has anything to do
There's
with
probably
anything.
some
If he just
weird
chose number
something.
3 or
Yeah.
whatever. But then the fact that the scene from the trailer with Crypto is the opening scene of the movie.
Yeah.
I would never guess that in a million years. Like, it was really hard for me to adjust. This is why, like, I'm planning on seeing it again. And I've been
Yeah.
planning on seeing it again even before I saw it the first time.
I'm gonna bring Sebastian to see it because he was
Okay, yeah.
very, very mad that I was going without him.
Sam came.
Yep.
Sam went with us. There were a couple times he was a little nervous.
Yeah.
And it was during like the action scenes when, you know, they're really like wailing at each other. He got
Right.
a little like,
Mhm.
Also, a man gets shot point blank in the head.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was a surprise to me. A great moment in the movie.
And
A great moment in the movie.
if you didn't know how depraved Luther was prior to that immediately told
That's
you.
why. That's one of the reasons that he's the best, Lex Luthor, because they didn't really give us like lying to the public Lex, but it's clear that like nobody knows he's like this, you know, they might think he's like, you know, an Elon Musk type asshole or something, but like nobody knows that he's this bad of a guy yet, except Superman, seemingly. You know, it's clearly like they've already interacted before. Like, this is a world that has, you know, he's been Superman for a while. He already hates him. I love like the Lex has been studying him for 2 years and like has all these like pre-programmed moves and stuff. So cool. Like all that, like Lex, like I am controlling this. I'm 100% in the control. I'm still removed enough that I have deniability. I can walk away, you know, like I'm not doing the fighting. I'm just in the office building. So, you know, I can walk into my office and I don't know what you're talking about, officer. It was just like, but then also, yes, he shoots a man point blank in the head and it was like, oh, I thought this would go long, and doesn't care about it at all. Makes a joke. Like, I didn't think that would take so long. Hey, I'll be back with somebody else that I'll murder in front of you. Like, just casual cruelty and villainy.
Completely flippant, like
amazing.
He's dead. I thought that was going to be harder. Which the fact that,
so anyway,
for one, I forgot Metamorpho was in the, like, I completely forgot Metamorpho was even in it.
Oh, you forgot he was going to be in it.
And he shows up. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Looked so cool, by the way. Like crystals growing, like that was a practical costume. It looked awesome. It looked really, really good. That makeup was a killer.
Yeah, they did it was practical, like augmented with CGI, and it like worked perfectly.
Well, yeah, and all the powers were obviously CGI, but even like him, like a floating torso with smoke keeping him, like that's from the comics. That's what he looks like. That's amazing.
When after he turns himself into acid and spits everything out, he's just the head with the like smoke body, basically. It's like
it takes a while to grow back. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, a part of the reason I need to see it again is because I was so thrown by it not by me. I was so thrown by me being wrong about where I thought those scenes from the trailer were going to be in the movie. I thought the kaiju fight was going to be the opening scene. I thought the Crypto take me home scene was going to be like before the third act. So after he gets defeated, he has to like rally and like, you know, win in the end. And it was so nothing that I expected.
Yeah.
And of course there was like, of course they didn't put much of anything from the third act in the trailer at all, because they wanted to be a surprise. Like it was so, it was great. So I had like, I need to go in now that my mind is like calibrated to what the movie is. I need to go in and just then watch it as a film instead of being like, oh wait, but I thought this was here. And this one, wait, when is this character gonna, like, I'm thinking of all the things that you and I have been talking about for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm not like, and yes, I'm watching the movie and I'm taking it in, but I'm also like, you know, the first time you're seeing a movie that you've been thinking about in this detail for 2 years, you're like corroborating everything and reshifting things. So I need to go in now and just watch it like a movie without those things in my brain.
You know what that is? That is me when I got onto Rise of the Resistance.
Sure.
I had heard the hype. I had heard everything. I had heard how it was supposed to go, all that. And then I got there and I'm like, was that happening? Where's this? What's going on? How's this? Is Sebastian having a good time? Is that what? Like, if I go back again, I want to be just watch it.
Yeah. I need to see it without the excitement,
Yeah.
you know. And I will be excited to see it again, but I need to see it without the
It's very different from the
nervous
first
and
time, though. Yeah.
it's just different. Exactly. Yeah.
Um, Brosnahan is
yeah.
Lane.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Here's my favorite thing about this character.
Hmm.
There's no scene where she gets into trouble and he has to save her in the whole movie.
Yep.
Thank
Which
God.
they made it seem like that might happen when
Could be.
Clark was in her apartment and she has to grab the bat, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh, she's gonna get in trouble and get kidnapped and blah blah blah, like standard Superman thing. And then it's
see, I didn't think that. I was like, it's gonna end up being him. But I thought she was gonna like break the bat over his shoulder or something like that. I assumed it was gonna be. I was like, this is too early for a kidnapping sequence, I guess, or isn't it?
and that's, I figured, because they'd already set it up with the words and whatnot. We didn't get the backstory, and we assumed that they're, Clark and Lois. That it'd be like, well, shit, there we go. All right, we're off to it. And that's
right.
It was completely turned on its head, and the dynamic between those two was very well done.
I really loved. Yeah, Brosnahan was great. I really loved how focused, how their relationship was a through line in the film. They're together. Maybe she wants to break up. She's not sure.
Yeah.
He says, I love you. She doesn't respond. He flies away. And at the end, she said, I love you too. Like, I thought I loved their relationship was such a focus of the film, because it is such a part of the books that it's like, to have her be a part of the plot, but also have their romance be a part of the plot at the same time, I thought was really great and showed an understanding of the character. Big time.
Before I forget, I'm going to throw it directly to the end and one of, if not the last scenes.
Okay.
Millie Alcock coming in hammered in that duster, and all I'm thinking of is Tom King, you bastard.
Woman of Tomorrow. There she is, baby.
Yep.
Woman of Tomorrow.
Like, and with the coat, it was just like,
I know, she had the
perfect.
coat. And Crypto's just slamming her on the ground. She's like laughing. Oh man, it was great. That was so great. I assumed that she was going to be like a post-credit scene. I didn't think she was going to be like in the actual movie, but they were like, no. In case people leave, we need to see Supergirl. People need to know about Supergirl. Let's put it in the movie.
And also explains why Clark is so worried about the dog through the whole thing. And like,
well, I clocked that earlier when he said, when Lois was like, you have a dog?
Yeah.
And he said, like, it's more of a foster situation. I was like, oh, he's talking about Supergirl because it's Kara's dog.
Right.
I know why.
Yep.
But I didn't. Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. So it was like, oh, perfect.
So what I wanted to throw back to you was, what did you mean with your Holt and Brosnahan were good? You gave some knock against Corn Sweat earlier.
Oh, no. I just was like, he was awesome too. And I almost like, he's probably my favorite portrayal I've seen of Superman, including,
I know,
the OG. Like Reeve was what Reeve was, but like that was.
But those movies are so different. Like we talked about with the movie in general, like
and like Hackman's Luthor versus Holt.
Yeah, like, it's like that.
So
that's like a different take. It's a different take.
Yeah.
It's a different style. It's a different feel. But this is like modern comic Lois and Clark and Lex, and it's just anyway.
Yeah,
let's go ahead. Corn Sweat.
He was it's very weird the way he was introduced as Clark too. Like initially that clumsy bumbling, like they tried to play that up in that initial intro to him as Clark.
Yeah.
And then, eventually, in most every other scene, he's just a normal dude. But I thought it was a nice homage to like have him a little on the edge, like, oh, I'm not quite held together. I'm like a little disheveled.
Suit was way too big for him.
Yep.
Like I noticed the suit was too big, and like he really looked different than he looked when he was Superman because of the hair and the glasses, to be honest with you. But then I like that they incorporated, that's like a real comic book thing, that the glasses,
the hypno glasses or whatever.
People.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned that later, and I was like, is that real?
Well,
or
and
are they
it was
that?
the Baravian prime minister, dictator, whatever, that said it. So I was like, well, is he just saying weird shit, or what's going on, or like, is that a thing, or is he making things up, or what? Now, were those countries is there any like where they just made up whatever?
You mean in like DC
Yeah,
comic
yeah.
lore? I don't think it's
I know
like
in real life
Manticore or
those
something
are
like that.
made
Yeah.
up.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't. There's no like significance there, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. Um, I thought Corn Sweat was really great. I thought it was cool that he was Superman the most of the movie. I feel like in at least in like Superman the movie, Clark is like it's like watching a Hulk movie, you know what I mean? But he's only going to
Yeah.
Hulk out like 2 or 3 times. Like he's only going to put the suit on like 2 or 3 times because he's going to
Mhm.
be Clark most of the time or whatever. But this was like he's Clark in the scene early in Daily Planet, and then he's like dressed like Clark but acting more like Superman when he's with Lois doing that interview
Right.
scene early on. And you know, like
Like
he's only like
he's
I need to
Clark
pretend to be a
for
bumbling idiot Clark for really one scene
right.
in the movie, and the rest he's either like he's Kal-El, more or less. Maybe he's not
Right.
dressed like Superman, but he's like acting like a normal person. Oh, saying Kal-El, the whole thing with the message from the parents.
Yeah. Is that a thing or
Not that I know of. Again, I haven't read every Superman
right?
story.
No, but you're much more well versed than I.
Sure. But I don't remember, certainly in like a mainline continuity.
Mhm.
I don't remember there being a thing where he was actually sent there to conquer the world and
Right.
start basically Kryptonian human hybrids on Earth. Like, I don't remember that being a thing ever, and is a kind of a huge thing
You know what
to
that
change about
seems
Superman.
You know what that in my brain, like now that I'm thinking about it, is very um Viltrumite from Invincible.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's if that was a message from Omni-Man's parents,
right.
then sure.
Yes.
But like yeah, that threw me off in a good way, in a novel, like they're taking
Yeah.
a novel, direction with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the fact that the movie that I felt the movie went out of its way to make sure we know that is true. That like Lex didn't doctor that footage. Lex isn't lying. Like that is the actual like they kind
Right.
of said over and over again. They're like, we've had people test this. We've had whatever. Even Mr. Terrific was like, no, if those people are saying that it's true, then it's true. Like I know,
Right.
you know. So to really like, you're starting your DC universe off. Assumedly, we're going to get more Superman movies in this universe.
Yeah.
Jor-El, Krypton, the lore, like that's always kind of revered, like
Right. And now it's just like it exists.
but also like I get it because one, it's a powerful move to make. It's a move that makes sense. It's a move that beautifully sets up the ending where he wants to see footage of his parents, and now it's his Kansas
Mom,
adopted
Pa,
parents.
Ken,
Like,
yeah.
oh, beautiful.
Dude, those scenes with
But it's
them
also
were
like,
just
yeah, it's revered lore. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to finish my
yeah.
point. But like, it's revered Kryptonian lore, but also like, yeah, Kryptonian's blown up. We're never going to see those characters again.
Right.
Like, unless there's a flashback, but we don't need a flashback because those aren't characters that stick around. Like, there's no reason to not make this twist. You know what I mean? You don't have to like save that Jor-El's a great guy for something you're going to do later. He's dead. He's not doing anything later. Sorry, I talked over you.
I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm sure it was good.
Oh, okay. What do we think of the Justice Gang?
It was great. It was just
They're great.
I mean, Nathan Fillion is a goddamn treasure.
My wife,
yeah,
who has seen all of Firefly,
yep,
and the movie Serenity, and the Guardians of the Galaxy movies or whatever, did not recognize that was Nathan Fillion. Did not clock that was him.
One of my buddies was the same. Was like,
yeah,
I think it was right at the end of the movie. We were talking about something else, and he had that moment of realization of, oh yeah, that was Nathan Fillion.
Rachel, my wife, saw his name in the credits and goes, Nathan Fillion, because she knows who he is. That's the thing. She knows who this guy is. So she saw his name and goes,
yeah,
who is Nathan Fillion? And I was like, he was Guy Gardner. He was Green Lantern. She goes, what? No. I was like, yeah, it's just different haircut. She goes, he looked terrible. He looked awful.
That's
like,
the idea.
Guy Gardner looks like an idiot. That's part of the haircut is comic accurate. I love they made that joke about it too. It was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the lantern, like even the lantern ring stuff was all like cool.
Today, when I was making dinner, like all day today, I've been excited. I was like, I'm
Right.
seeing Superman tonight, seeing Superman tonight. And then I'm making dinner. I get hit with, I was like, there's a fucking Green Lantern in this movie. Not only am I seeing
And Mr.
Superman,
Terrific, who
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I now
right.
need to read some Mr. Terrific because that was a cool
I
ass
was
character.
I was very surprised at how big his character was.
Oh yeah.
Like he does way more than Hawkgirl or
Yeah.
Green Lantern or Metamorpho. Like he is a big part of the plot. It was great. He was really good. And I think his actor's really good, but I've only seen him, I think the only thing I've seen him in is First Class, X-Men First Class, which he's in for not very long. He plays the guy that Darwin, the guy
Oh
that's supposed to
yeah.
be able to adapt to anything and then is killed
The one they
immediately.
killed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a goddamn
But
shame.
I thought he was, so I've only seen him in that, and it's a very different character. And I thought he was very Mr. Terrific, as I know the character in this. Like he was great. I would have liked to see a little bit more of Hawkgirl.
She was completely sidelined outside of.
Yeah, she didn't get a ton of she did some cool stuff for sure. I loved they had her doing a hawk screech.
Yeah, I was going
while
to
she
ask
was
you about
flying.
that. Was one thing like when it was all going down. I was going to ask you about of like, is that a thing?
There's in the animated cartoon, the Justice League cartoon show, she yells a lot. She would be like, "Ah!" as she like swings her mace, but making it a hawk
Not
screech.
a weird hawk screech. That's pretty sweet.
So she had some cool action beats. Yeah, she had some cool action beats. But she's the only one of the Justice Gang that didn't get like kind of like a character,
right?
You know, something like something, give us something to learn more about who they were. But I still thought they were great. And the joke about them not liking the name, and then that's how Metamorpho gets Justice Gang. That's a great name. You're in. Like that was funny at the end too.
Yep.
I thought, in talking about my wife, this was something that we came up with. Sometimes it's great to watch a movie where everybody is smart and everyone is like good at their jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was no like idiots in it. Like the sports guy whose name I'm blanking at, Steve Lombardi, I think, in the Daily Planet. He was
yep.
Just there for comic relief, right? But like everybody else is like, oh no, you're making smart decisions based on the evidence that you have. And sometimes in a lot of, action movies or whatever, there's always characters that are like, why are you doing that? That's like you could be smarter than this. How I don't believe this person works at a newspaper because they're stupid. They're making dumb choices. But
and then you're made
everyone
to think,
gets to be smart,
right?
It's great.
But you're made to think that Eve, there, Luther's girlfriend, I guess, or whatever she ended up, whoever was obsessed with Jimmy.
Yes, which was very
funny. You think she's a complete idiot and a ditz and whatever with taking all these selfies and all that. And it took Jimmy figuring it out to be like, oh, yeah, she was purposefully taking all these pictures. And
exactly. So she gets to be smarter than you thought she was, even,
Yep.
Yeah, so it was great. But like Jimmy not even like clocking that this woman is hot was very funny. Yeah. Like he just seems so annoyed by her, like not interested in her at all. And that one time Lois is like, hey, your hot ex has a good point. He's like, hot?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yep.
This is very funny.
Oh
yeah, even Jimmy is usually written as like a comic, dummy that just gets into trouble. And he was a smart, like savvy reporter. It was great. Yeah.
And Perry wasn't like, I was wondering if they'd like give him a little more J. Jonah Jameson than they did.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Which they kept him just being a thing.
I could have taken more Perry. My guess is that there's probably a lot of deleted stuff revolving around the Daily Planet crew. Because it seems like the Steve Lombardi guy was funny when he was in it, but like seems like he would have been in it more. Like maybe there would have been a few more jokes from him or something like that. It seems like Daily Planet probably had a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor. That'd be my guess. And maybe some more stuff with the parents. because I loved Ma and Pa Ken. I thought they were great. I cried at the dad scene. And that seemed like there maybe was a little bit more at the farm there.
Probably.
Yeah.
That first phone call with them was perfect.
Oh, when she's leaning over the table
I
yelling
was
at the
like,
phone. I thought that was so funny.
I was just
Yeah,
literally sitting there thinking, "Yep, I've had that conversation."
exactly.
100%.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Oh
So
god.
funny.
Um.
Yeah. What
Oh,
else? What else?
Bradley Cooper as Jor-El. Like was that known? Because I completely forgot about that, and I was sitting there like, is that Bradley Cooper?
I heard that rumored once.
Oh,
I heard a
okay.
rumor that he was Jor-El, but
Yep.
then I had heard, and I think there's more Fortress stuff that got cut too, because I remember reading an article that the 4 robots that carry him in that first scene, one of them's 4 is Alan Tudyk.
Yes, which
because it sounds like
Alan
H2SO.
Tudyk being a robot that dies, really? Again?
I know. Hey, this one comes back. This one came back.
He dies in everything.
Yeah,
Wash
it's true.
dies in Firefly. Alan Tudyk just dies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But he came back this time.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Superman robots. One was Tudyk, and then the others were.
Oh, that one was Michael Rooker, who I didn't hear.
I was asking. I asked my buddies. I was like, "Did you see Rooker anywhere?" Because it's
Rooker?
a gun movie. Because he was Maximilian Lord.
Yes.
Sean Gunn was.
Sean Gunn. Yep. Max Lord. Yep. I thought he was gonna have a bigger presence in the movie, but I think he's gonna be a character moving forward. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying again.
Steve the Pirate doesn't die. I was looking up things that Alan Tudyk was in. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker and I in that same report said that Bradley Cooper was another voice of one of those robots.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why I was like, oh, then he's not Jor-El. That's why someone thought that he was Jor-El, because there's a scene in the Fortress of Solitude where he is talking. And I was like, oh no, he was one of the robots. But then I was like, oh shit, I recognized the lady too, playing Lara, but I couldn't place her name, but she looked familiar.
Yeah, I don't know.
See if I can find it too. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I was trying to. I'm failing. But yeah, there was a ton of random cameos when Peacemaker showed up. I just about lost it.
Dude, applause in our theater when Peacemaker showed up.
There was a lot of
insane.
What?
I could not believe people were applauding the appearance of what was a few years ago an absolute Z-list character.
Yeah. Yep.
Now he's in a Superman movie and receiving applause from the audience. That was amazing. I forgot about that. So much happened in this movie.
Yeah.
So much happened.
It was just hit after hit.
Hit after hit.
Angela Serafian. That's who played Lara.
Yo, I just found her name at the exact same time.
And I don't think I've seen anything she's in. A House on the Bayou? That looks like a horror movie. I figure that might be up your alley.
So far, I haven't seen anything that she's been in.
Nope.
The Twilight movies? Nope. I have no idea.
Oh,
she's in a movie called We Are Boats.
I mean, we're not?
Definitely not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I mean,
I possibly have remembered her from that.
Yeah, I don't know. Westworld, which I didn't watch.
One episode. Oh, I watched a few. Okay, I watched Westworld. Yeah, that's what I know her from.
There you go.
Cool. People loved listening to that.
Oh, I'm sure it was phenomenal.
People loved listening to us
radio.
scrolling a Wikipedia page. Yeah. What else is there to cover?
Ultraman, Engineer.
Oh. I thought the Engineer was cool. Very cool.
That was the other, so it was one time with Crypto and some of the Engineer stuff. There was some wonky CG at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
But beyond that, yeah.
The infiltrating his lungs was gross and scary.
Quite.
Yeah. Very cool.
I don't fully understand how he just kind of was able to puke him up at the end.
Well, I think he kind of knew if I knock her out, then I'll get rid of these, or I'll like smash them, or I'll hit the ground so much they'll break or something, and I'll be able to pull them out. That was what I
Right.
thought.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. I thought she was cool. And if they ever make that Authority movie that he has talked about, then she'll be a part of that. Ultraman was cool and a bigger part of the movie than I expected. And I liked that. I guess I didn't expect him to take his mask off at all. I was like, oh, he's just going to be like a brute kind of faceless villain. Because in the comics, Ultraman is a multiverse version of Kal-El,
Okay.
who is a villain. There's like a multiverse. There's like a universe where the Justice League are the villains and
Right.
the Legion of Doom are the good guys, right? So in that universe, the villain is Ultraman instead of Superman.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I really hope that they don't like the pocket dimension stuff. Very cool. But I was like, I hope they don't make multiverses a thing in the first DCU movie. Like, please don't. I'm sick of multiverses. But they didn't. It was a clone of Superman. So as soon as Lex said, I cloned you, I was like, oh my God, is this guy going to turn into Bizarro? And then he got sucked into a black hole at the end. And I was like, ooh, will he maybe come back as Bizarro someday? I think that would be cool if we finally got a Bizarro. It's like, I feel like it's a classic comic book thing of we're not killing this guy. He's just getting sucked through a thing. So if we ever need him later, we'll pluck him out of a portal and here's Ultraman again.
Hi, Darth Maul.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like Loki,
Yeah.
in any Avengers thing. Like, yeah.
Loki and, well, anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the pocket dimension, when they started going there, all my brain went to was like Darkseid. But
oh, sure.
Like just visually and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, oh, it's pocket dimension. I'm like, okay, that's cool too. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Because my brain was like, we're not getting into that already, are we?
I know. Yeah, please no. I love that they showed us it before they told us what it was.
Yeah.
And it was like a while before they told us what it was. We were there like it was like maybe the second or third time we were there that they said it was a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Because that like Hammer of Bavaria or whatever,
right,
that ended up being Ultraman in a costume, walks through it and then walks through another one. I was like, whoa, we're going like hard sci-fi weirdness in this movie, like right out of the gate. Pocket dimensions. Yeah. Didn't expect that.
But again, straight out of a comic book.
Straight out of the comic book. Yep.
Would have seen that in any issue of whatever you were reading.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have felt out of place.
I loved how weird and sciencey and techie and Luther is a super genius. It was just great. Great. Yeah. I got to see it again. Like I said.
I was going in my brain. I was like, oh, he's like Victor Von Doom. And I'm like, no, there's no magic involved. So
speaking of that, though, I'll say this. Did you see the Fantastic Four trailer before Superman?
Yeah.
Was that the greatest Fantastic Four trailer that you'd seen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the final trailer that I
think that was the one you and I didn't watch. Yeah.
Wow. I should have watched it. I was like, oh, this movie looks amazing.
I got more excited.
I really did. I was like, I can't wait to see this now.
I was
so good.
I was actively thinking the same thing of like, yeah, that'll be fun on the big screen.
Yeah. Because you see some actual action.
Yep.
You actually see some actual things happening. Man, it was great. Pumped. But I'm also pumped to see Superman multiple more times.
Oh. Sorry, I just looked up Fantastic Four. Did you realize the run on that was 1 hour 55 minutes?
It's less than 2 hours?
It is a sub 2 hour film.
Wow.
And I thought this was tight with just like 2 and change.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 9 minutes with credits. So like that's less than 2 with wow. You know what? Now I'm even more excited to see Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
2 reasons today to see Fantastic.
It's
short and a great trailer.
Yeah.
Some stuff happens in it.
Anyway,
I'm sure that this movie, Superman, is a movie that we will probably be referencing and talking about in this podcast for quite some time.
I believe so.
as this universe moves forward, things will obviously start being compared to it, especially because this was, this one was good.
Right. In 2 weeks,
So
something will be compared to it.
That's very true. But then in a year, Supergirl is
Yeah.
going to come out, and that'll be what we compare to it. We're gonna watch Peacemaker in another month or whatever.
Yep.
Peacemaker season 2, and this Rick Flag is in this movie. Rick
Mhm.
Flag Senior, and he's going to be in Peacemaker too. So there's going to be a direct, we're going to be able to clock that line from Creature Commandos to Superman to Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I also, for the record, all I could see was General Crossbones.
oh yeah,
Like, it's Frank
I
Grillo.
feel like they're setting him up to be like, I mean, not like a Nick Fury like character, but like a guy that pops up.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been in the first 3 things from so far from James Gunn.
What else was he in?
Since James Gunn took over, he was in Creature Commandos, he's in Superman, he's going to be in Peacemaker season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So the first 3 like DCU things, he's in all of them.
I mean, James Gunn seems to love a flag. Like,
I think he clearly does. He clearly does.
the younger was in Suicide Squad. Now we've got Rick Flag Senior. Like,
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I guess like, since this, regardless of how this movie came out, this was a movie that you and I were going to end up talking about for a long time.
Yeah.
Just because it's more or less launching the DCU. So I'm very relieved that it's a very good movie and not a terrible one that we have to keep talking about.
Yeah.
And like I said, I can't wait to watch it again because I really liked it. And I think there's a good chance that I could really love it if I, see it a few more times. And I'm planning on seeing it a few more times. So
there you go.
with that, knowing that we're going to say more about it in the future, I think we can wrap this up.
I'd say we can. If you're still hanging on, feel free to like and subscribe to What We're Slinging, be it via your podcatcher of choice or on the YouTubes. Other than that, feel free to check us out on socials, the Multiverse Report, or get a hold of us on classic email at themultiverseport@gmail.com.
That's right. Please do. And until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Oh, sorry. I skipped over the cool thing. I had a moment today, Steve, where I realized how insane and how funny our sign off is. Just made me laugh out loud. It's just very
that is kind of great.
random and stupid and morbid and funny.
I still
that we say.
I remember when you
that we talk about burnt corpses. It's
Right.
very funny.
I think you wrote it in the copy before one of the episodes, and I was scrolling through and I'm like, what is that? And then you used it as a sign off, and that was that. I'm like, all right, sold.
I don't remember where it came from, but I literally laughed out loud today when I thought of how insane it is. But anyway, as the 2 suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Baru Lars, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the multiverse.